Finally, Tortuga added this size travel pack to their lineup. I spent time with the new Daily Carry Pro 25 liter, and in this video, I'll cover the pros, cons, and who it's for. Like the pack's name says, this is meant for daily carry, which I did use it for, but I found it worked as good or better as a small travel bag for weekend trips. And throughout the video, I'm also going to compare it to Tortuga's Daypack Pro 22 liter. And here's some stats. The Daily Pro's design is classic Tortuga, meaning it's accurate to the listed 25 liter capacity where a lot of the industry isn't as accurate. And it achieves that volume by using Tortuga's boxy shape. One could say it's turtle shell-like. This bag is meant to fit the max amount of stuff at its size, like all of Tortuga's other bags. And also at 2.5 pounds, it's pretty reasonable for its volume. Tortuga's lineup has two 40-liter packs, an expandable 33-liter pack, and this ultralight 22-liter day pack. So this Daily Pro, I think, was something that the lineup was really needing. Starting with the exterior, I liked the shell material and straps, and I disliked just some minor hardware choices. So the pack is made from EPX 200 sailcloth. It's very similar feeling as X-Pack, and I actually prefer this over X-Pack for a few reasons. But this material is actually made by Challenge Sailcloth, and it's the same company that makes the Ultra fabric that's on Air's bags. Comparing this to the Day Pack, which uses EPX 70, I won't bore you with the details, but basically, the 200 is a stronger, thicker version of the 70 RS, even though visually you can't tell the difference. And I love this fabric. It's waterproof, abrasion resistant, all that jazz, but I prefer it to X-Pack because it's slightly less crinkly, not as rigid, and the X pattern isn't quite as visible. And one question I wondered when looking at these two packs are, is the Daypack Pro just a 3-liter smaller version of the Daily Carry Pro? By looks alone, it may appear that way, but these two packs are very, very different and shouldn't be used in the same way. There's minimal branding here combined with AquaGuard zippers, and the bag held up really well in weather. And it just started raining around me, so I was able to test it a little bit. The straps and back panel are definitely another strength, and I personally love Tortuga's honeycomb padding. I found it as comfortable as any padding out there, but it's lightweight because of all the hole punches. It's also used on the Day Pack as well, though the padding is thinner on those straps and used a little bit differently. Nothing fancy beyond a chest strap and a nice curvy contour, but they held up well and were wide enough not to irritate my neck. I mention that in every video, but it's nice here. The back is made from the same breathable padding, and there is a luggage pass-through behind here where there isn't one on the Daypack Pro. And while the important parts of the exterior were great material-wise, I had some minor gripes with the other hardware. For one, at this price, I don't love the all-mesh bottle pockets. They're large enough to fit a 32-ounce insulated bottle on both sides, but many bags nowadays use just very little mesh here because mesh can lose its stretch over time or just rip completely. And the Daily Carry does use a tighter weave, kind of nicer mesh than the Day Pack. And the pack also uses two different type of zipper pulls, which I don't know why. There's these ones, which I liked on the main compartment. They're long, they're kind of easy to grab. And then there's these, which I didn't like, that they used on the other 3 zipper tracks. They're really short and made of slippery plastic. The bag's shell material is so good in the cold or rainy areas that I can see a person getting slightly annoyed if they're wearing gloves in the winter and trying to grab these tiny tabs. I just think it's going to be a little slippery. Again, it's a minor nitpick and won't affect too many people, but it's worth pointing out because Tortuga just could have used this same zipper pull everywhere. And the last gripe are the top and side handles. They're not padded, really thin. I mean, functionally, I guess they're fine. It was just a noticeable lack of quality compared to the rest of the really well-built bag. And moving to the inside, I loved everything. This is where Tortuga shines. They really focus on usability and function. So you guys know that I love a quick access pocket. It's my most used pocket over something like a bigger admin panel. And this Daily Carry has 2, or technically 3. On the top here is one with the key leash, and I use this like in an airplane or a bus if the bag is right next to my feet, vertical. And it also has a larger one for side access for when I want to sling it over my shoulder. Both pockets have enough volume to be very useful, though not a lot of organization inside them. So kind of no matter if the bag was upright or sideways, I could always pull something quickly from. And speaking of admin panels, this one has one. And I do like the very light colored fabric on the inside. This admin panel goes all the way to the bottom, and it just has these pockets up top. Again, I don't typically use this area as much as I prefer the quick access pockets, but I know a lot of people really like this type of organization. And one small detail that I liked is Tortuga left some slack on the pockets. And it maybe doesn't look as nice as if the mesh was tight, but it allowed me to fit bigger items in there. So again, focusing more on functionality. And the main area opens full clamshell and gives access to about 22 liters of space. There's one zip pocket up top and nothing. It's just a suitcase style. And that's why it worked really well as a travel bag as it did for daily carry because of this opening style. Compare that to the day pack, which opens much more like a normal backpack. And also, what you don't see on the website pictures is that this Daily Carry Pro has padding in between each of these panels as well as on the bottom. And lastly, there's the laptop sleeve. 16-inch laptop can fit in here with a false bottom and a 13-inch laptop sleeve, both of which have some felt lining. And another mesh pocket here, which I kind of say is a quick access. And I've only really seen this on Peak Design and Belroy's bags. It's a pet peeve of mine when companies don't use this space because typically the laptop sits lower in the sleeve, and so this top area is kind of wasted. So I like when companies put a pocket up here. So obviously the Daily Carry has tons of versatile organization with the 3 quick access pockets, full admin sleeve, and full clamshell. Like, I can't really think of a bag that covers all these types well. It's extremely versatile and it works for basically any type of packing style. Okay, so final thoughts, and who is this Daily Carry Pro for? Well, a 25-liter Daily Carry may not stand out within the entire bag market. It's probably one of the most common sizes, but it was the size that was missing in Tortuga's lineup. The Daily Carry Pro combines an extremely versatile pocket layout with comfortable straps, weather-resistant EPX material, and it packs well by sticking to Tortuga's boxy shape. I use it more to travel than I did as a daily carry because of everything mentioned. And I think this 25-liter boxy size looks better on someone that's like above 6 feet. And this pack is actually very similar to the Mission Workshop Meridian that I just reviewed, but this is like $200 cheaper. And I really think the pack is going to be popular because it's something Tortuga fans have been waiting for. Anyways, comment below if you want a response. Let's talk, and subscribe for new videos on Sundays. Thanks.